Years old. He's new to the major leagues. The season ERA over 5, but the couple bad starts really kind of skewed that. 3.65 ERA without those, and now he becomes that much more important with Clark Schmidt out of the rotation.
All right, let's take the defense behind him, and it's brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Dominguez at left, Bellinger in center, and Aaron Judge over at right. It's Peraza at third, Volpe's at short. Jazz Chisholm, his first start since April 29th at second base. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Behind the plate is Austin Wells. And the DH is Giancarlo Stanton. So Boone makes the move, putting Chisholm back at second. Remember, his shoulder was barking as well. Makes sense. And Peraza is the third baseman at this point. Crawford's ready. Will Warren is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. Foul back, we're underway. Vic Carapazza, the home plate umpire. Mark Rippiger at first. Nick Lentz at second, and Jacob Metz is over at third. Seattle 48-42, Yankees 49-41. Seattle 6.5 games in the West behind Houston. 1-1 on Crawford. Crawford's had a nice season, kind of a bounce back. He's in the middle of an 8-game hitting streak. And he's 5th in the American League with a .385 on-base percentage. Good for a leadoff batter.
Yeah, he's always had a good on-base percentage, and this is really a very important inning for a young pitcher. Warren just came off of a start where he gave up 7 runs in the first inning, so don't think that's not on his mind.
Grounded, foul outside of third. Now at this point, the Mariners are, as I mentioned, 48-42. That's good for the last wild card in the American League at this point. That's behind the Yankees and Tampa Bay. A lot of people, a lot of teams fighting for those spots. That one is off of Warren, and it's right in front of him. He fields and fires, but Crawford will reach. He didn't know where the ball was.
Well, Wells went after it. Yeah, it's going to be scored as a base hit. But, boy, again, it's just if you look and see it, it's an easy play. Couldn't find it. J.P. Crawford runs pretty well.
Hit him on the hand. Check out the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, the stars are on the field. We're talking about the all-stars. You got Judge and Jazz for the Yankees, Riley and Rodriguez. I mean, there are others, but those guys are on the field tonight. Jason back on top. Another leadoff start for Jason Dominguez, and bullpen takes a hit. I don't know if you've heard, but Mark Leiter Jr. has a stress fracture in his leg. Clayton Beater is called up from AAA today.
There's a strike to Julio Rodriguez, an all-star. But he's had a tough time of it. Last 13 games in 208. And a strike, 0-2. Kind of amazing that Leiter hurt himself covering first base on an Ellie De La Cruz ground ball.
That's a while ago.
It's a long time he's been pitching essentially with a broken leg. Let's check out Vic Carapazza behind the plate, what he's all about. Considered neutral, been around a while, 16th Major League season. He's a crew chief. Calls more inside strikes on lefties, fewer inside strikes on righties. Grounded third base, and it kicks foul. Hit something in the grass there to kick foul.
Yeah, right on the crease of the grass, and it was going to be a tough play from Peraza.
Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. Speaking of hot, it's hot. 88, feels like it's 91. And there's some rain in the forecast, so guys got cute, said ready your ponchos.
Like I'm just starting to cool off from my pregame.
You're running hot these days.
Wow. Yeah, the cold plunge, it wore off right in the middle of our opening today.
We should get you one of those tanks right here in the booth.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I could dunk you in. Be like a dunk tank at the fair.
Yeah. 0-2 on the man they call J-Rod. has become a popular nickname for anybody named Rodriguez, and it started in Seattle with their late great broadcaster Dave Niehaus called Alex A-Rod. He was the first one to call him that. Foul back. Seattle's coming off a sweep of Pittsburgh at home, and it wasn't just your basic sweep. They pitched 3 shutouts. They won 6-0, 1-0, and 1-0.
Yeah, I was talking to Danny Wilson on the field today. You know, I've known him from the past, played with him in Cincinnati. He's the manager, took over last year. And I said, you know, you guys playing well. I said, you know, when they don't score, pretty good chance so you're going to win.
There's 1, not in time for 2. That was a tough hop there for Volpe. He stayed with it. And Jazz's first chance at turning in about 29 days.
Yeah, he kind of got in between whether to come short hop that, and but they ended up taking a step back and getting the longer hop. That takes more time. No chance to turn that double play.
So here's Cal Raleigh. He has 9 home runs in his last 18 games. He is on pace with 35 right now for 63 home runs. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Now the most home runs ever before the All-Star game. Barry Bonds had 39 in 2001. Now remember, that's a skewed stat because the All-Star break used to come a little bit earlier. It's not at the midway point of the season anymore. But since it's been pushed to where it has been, Bonds had 39 in 2001.
Everybody has heard of Cal Raleigh now because he's leading the league in home runs. But this has been a progression. You go back to the last 4 years. 4 years ago he had 27, then he hit 30, then he hit 34. Now he's got 35 going to the All-Star break at this point.
There's 1, and the ball gets away from Warren covering. So Raleigh reaches.
Well, again, this first inning is going to be so important for the confidence of Warren. It looks like it's going to be an easy double play. Raleigh gets down the line much faster than you would think so. I mean, if you look at the stats, he's got 9 stolen bases on the year, so he runs pretty well.
Not sure if Warren had made that catch and the throw was fine, if it would have been a double play. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's safe.
There's Randy Arozarena. He has 6 home runs in his last 7 games. Seattle hits home runs, 119 home runs on the season. That's tied for 6th in the major leagues.
Which is kind of odd because they play in a ballpark that is not really considered a good hitters, and especially a home run ballpark.
One and 1. First inning has been a grind for Warren the last couple of starts. The start against the A's, he almost threw 40 pitches in the first inning, got out of it, but he didn't get out of it against Toronto. He gave up 8 runs in 4 innings. Now the Yankees actually came back in that game to tie the game at 9, and they were trying to do something that would have been very tough. In their history, their record is 14 and 864 when they trail in the game by 8 or more runs.
I don't like your chances then, huh? Don't get down by 8.
And they gave it a run, man.
Yeah, I remember Aaron Judge hit that big 2-run homer to tie the game up, but then ended up losing it. Sometimes those games where you fight your way all the way back, Michael, and then you end up losing, I mean, they take a lot out of you.
One and 2. Dark clouds overhead. Kind of a gray feel to the early evening here in the Bronx. Lights are on, of course. Foul back. Warren faced Seattle in Seattle on May 14th. Actually pitched well. Had 9 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs. Strike 3. Rosarina down looking. No runs a hit, 1 man left. Seattle nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
AI from Google Cloud knows that 125 hitters tapped home plate in last year's postseason. Those who tapped once or more had a hard hit rate of 41%. But surprisingly, non-tappers untapped 7% more hard hits. Catch the game like never before.
After Seattle doesn't score, we'll take a look at the Yankees starting lineup, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Jason Dominguez will lead off. It'll be his 5th leadoff start of the year, actually his 4th. Aaron Judge in right, Cody Bellinger in center. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH, will clean up, batting 5th to second baseman. Jazz Chisholm Jr., Paul Goldschmidt at first, Austin Wells at second, will catch. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, and Oswald Peraza is the third baseman, and he's batting 9th. We just saw Will Warren making his 2nd career start against the Mariners. Logan Gilbert, his 11th start, 2-2, 3.40, 74 strikeouts in 15 1/3 innings. So let's check out the Nissan Pitcher scouting report.
Well, he's working his way back. He missed almost 2 months with an elbow injury, a 4.9 ERA and 4 starts off the IL. Despite his strikeout ratio is top notch. He's really good. Super splitter. Batter's hitting 100 against it since his last season. And Yankees history has a little bit. 6 career starts. Has not pitched very well with a 6.5 ERA.
So here's Dominguez batting from his stronger side, left side against the righty Gilbert. Had a big leadoff start against the Mets on Friday and hit 2 home runs in that game. Foul ball, and the bat goes into the stands.
Wow.
See if everybody's okay. Between innings, Clark Schmidt is in the dugout, and he gets a hug from Aaron Boone. Schmidt's a very popular player on that team, and obviously the news of him having to go to his 2nd Tommy John surgery hit them hard. But he is in the dugout. And they're just looking to see if everybody's okay with the bat flying into the stands. So a new bat for Dominguez. But 1-0. As we said, 1-0 on the scoreboard is 1-2. My apologies.
He's trying to dry his hands off. He almost lost the bat there. It ended up with one hand. Sometimes on these really hot, muggy nights, even the pine tar, you know, your gloves get sopping wet, and so they just slip.
I don't know if we should call him Logan Gilbert or Walter, because he has an alter ego the day he pitches, and they have to call him Walter.
Call him Walter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to stick with Logan. That's what I called him in the scouting report.
Yeah.
Don't want to change now.
First-round draft pick in 2018 out of Stetson University, 14th overall. And if that sounds familiar, two pretty good pitchers came out of Stetson, Corey Kluber and Jacob deGrom. The Hatters. The 1-2. Chop toward first. It kicks foul. This could be a tough final week of the first half of the season for the Yankees. They play a tough Seattle team 3 times, and then over the weekend, 3 games against the Cubs, who are having a great year. And the team they're chasing in the East, the Toronto Blue Jays, who have won 9 straight, they're in the middle of a 3-game series against the White Sox, and then they finished the first half with 3 games in West Sacramento against the A's. So Yankees have to do some winning. Right now they're 3.5 games out. One, 2. 2-2. Check out the Mariners defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. You've got Arozarena, Rodriguez, and Canzone left to right in the outfield. Infield, Williamson, Crawford, Young, and Raleigh. And then Raleigh behind the plate.
Our Truck's loving this at bat. You can get all the reads in, all these notes out. You just take care of business all in the same at bat.
High fly ball center field. 1 out. And that'll bring up Judge.
A lot of home runs.
Home runs right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of home runs in that conversation.
Third season in Judge's career that he's had 33 or more home runs before the All-Star break. Only player to do that. And those are the home run leaders in the majors. One and one. And the pitch. 1-2. So Judge with his 33 home runs, he's on pace to hit 59 homers. High fly ball. Rodriguez is there. 2 down. Cody Bellinger made an incredible play in the 7th inning of that Sunday game against the Mets that helped the Yankees salvage the final game. Judge said it's the best player he's ever seen.
You know, Michael, when you were, describing the play live, I was kind of like in awe because it was a great play. And you break that down, that play's not made. Chances are the Yankees they're going to probably lose that game.
Mm-hmm. Boone called it the play of the year.
Mm-hmm.
0-2 on Bellinger. One, 2. There's the play we're talking about, Paul.
Yeah, and it's kind of a sinking line drive. That's hard enough, but then to make that play and then just throw a strike to first base, it's completely changed that inning, if not the whole game.
Swing and a miss. Gets him on the slider. So the Yankees go down in order 1-2-3 against Logan Gilbert. We'll go to the second. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. As Jazz Chisholm Jr. now moving to second, going to get a hit. Paul Goldschmidt, an RBI. Will Warren, 6 or more strikeouts.
I like all three of those, Michael. I think it's going to happen.
Look at that. Polanco takes a strike. Polanco, 32 years old. On Sunday, he singled off Paul Skeens for his 1,000th career hit. Got up to a great start, hitting .384 at the end of April, but just .198 since May. Two and one. High fly ball on the left side. Peraza a long way and makes the play. Peraza can play defense with anybody.
Yeah, this was a great play because as you're running, you know, there's a lot of things in your mind. In my mind, foul territory, is the wall close, is the tarp close? And with the, you know, the shifted infield, you know, it puts these middle infielders in a position where they got to make better and longer runs to make these plays.
There's Luke Raley. Raley missed 45 games from late April to mid-June with a right oblique strain. So Peraza has done it. Third base hasn't played that much. He's still +2. And Paul, what's interesting about the Chisholm move is that it looks like it's Peraza at third. They just don't think that LeMahieu is able to play third right now. So LeMahieu becomes a bench piece, a pinch hitter, whatever the case may be. But Peraza, I mean, they're obviously going to want him to hit more than he does, but he can play third. And when asked how, you know, DJ took the news, Boone was honest, said, well, not that great, but this is where we are right now. And DJ LeMahieu's actually been hitting well.
Yeah, lately. I mean, I think in his last 15 at bats, he's got 7 hits. So you know, you're starting to like to see what he can do at the plate. But right now, the problem is where.
Raley down on strike. Second strikeout for Warren.
Good change up here. Great movement down and away off the plate. One pitch, Michael, as a hitter, sometimes you can really pick up that change-up grip, the circle change-up, and as a hitter, like a light bulb goes off in your head, off speed. But, you know, when you get that much movement going away, it's still hard to catch up to it.
One and 0 on Dominic Canzone. Grounded to first, grabbed there by Goldschmidt. Over the one, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Yankee right-hander. Mariners go down in order.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Did you know Redfin has rentals?
You mean Rentfin?
No, Redfin, the real estate app.
Yeah, I said Rentfin.
But you're saying Rentfin. It's Redfin.
I know I'm saying Rentfin. Listen, Rentfin.
Okay, so this sound you're making with your mouth, is it red like the color or rent like an apartment?
Red. Like red.
Okay, so say Redfin.
Rentfin.
JTB has been nurturing perfect moments through tourism. Behind them, there's always been meaningful exchanges that transcend encounter. When connections spark to life that opens your eyes and drives you forward to a new horizon. Beyond the road traveled awaits boundless opportunity for societal enrichment. Broaden your world, brighten the future. JTB.
Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is of 1-year-old Gio. Loves his bedroom, which is decorated in Yankees colors from the ceiling to the floor. That's a pretty cool bedroom for a 1-year-old. Wow.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
I don't know if my parents took that much time and effort into decorating my room when I was in a crib. Huh?
Remember I had white walls.
Yeah. You got blinds in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Pitch to Stanton is the strike. 4, 5, and 6 for the Yankees against Gilbert. Woo. 0-2. Got to tell you, I like Carapaz's call.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. You don't have to wonder, is he lifting his arm? Is he going too slow? No, he's in on it.
Type of umpires you don't let ring you up, though. You won't put the ball in play because they're going to embarrass you.
Stanton goes down on strikes.
A big, tall, lanky delivery. Off-speed pitch, Stanton way out in front. That's a split finger, and it goes down. And we've seen a lot of good split fingers over the past couple weeks.
So here's the All-Star, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Hits one to center field and deep. Rodriguez back. And in front of the track, he makes the play. I don't think that carried as much as Jazz thought.
No wind to be seen, but you see Rodriguez had problems at the end of that. It's kind of the twilight, but I think off the bat, Jazz thought he had a chance. He's kind of dead out there tonight.
Yeah, you look at the flags, no movement whatsoever. There's Paul Goldschmidt. And a strike. Goldschmidt, 6 hits in his last 19 at-bats. It's much better against left-handed pitching, 410 against righties, hitting 239. the 284 overall. Tell you what, though, he made some plays in that Subway Series. Wow. He can play first base.
Yeah, early in the year, we kept saying, well, that's a nice play by Gold, but we're starting to get used to it day in and day out.
Yeah, that's him. Crawford. And the Yankees go down in order. Coming up, a special guest, that guy. In 1993, pitched a no-hitter for the ages. Jim Abbott will join us in the booth when we come back in just a moment on Yes.
There's nothing quite like sharing a great meal with the people that matter most.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with. We know, because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
With Redfin, you'll know the moment your next place hits the market. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home or rent a sweet pad. Give us your gotta-have-it wish list of features, and you'll receive real-time notifications tailored just for you. Ready to see it up close and personal? Scheduling a tour is just a tap away. Download the Redfin app today.
And a blue moon.
Wow, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
Thank you. That's actually my son's slice. Proud of you, son.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm sorry, this is a slice of your son?
Look, it's an honor to be chosen for a blue moon.
Well, if it's an honor.
Yeah. No!
Just kidding.
That was a really good one.
The larger one.
Have not had a man past first base. And the ground ball is short. Velarde. He did it. He did it. No hitter for Jim Abbott.
That was Dwayne's stats, and that was Jim Abbott pitching a no-hitter in 1993 against a great Cleveland lineup. As Williamson grounds to Volpe. One away, and Jim joins us in the booth. And Jim, the debut of your documentary is going to be Sunday on ESPN. It's Southpaw, The Life and Legacy of Jim Abbott. I saw it yesterday, and I was weeping. And it's just so emotional. And I'm just thinking that when you watch that, you've seen it a couple of times now. How does it feel? Does it still feel great?
It's emotional, to me too. So much of it, seeing good friends like Paul here, and then seeing some of the impact of my playing that I didn't actually even know was going on when I was playing. And it was like a shadow career almost.
Now that no-hitter is pretty special because it was a line drive base hit for Cole Young. Because like 6 days earlier, the Indians kind of hammered you pretty hard, and there was talk about maybe taking you out of the rotation. So what did that mean to you?
I remember leaving the stadium in Cleveland. I went running for the last 6 innings of that game. I came back, and Buck Showalter wasn't too happy with me, and I just had to regroup. I just kind of cleared my mind, and my good friends Scott Kamenicki and Jimmy Key helped me through that, and it just shows you how life can change. Things are so crazy.
Now, Paul, you were on the field for that. You have this thing. You're on the field a lot for no-hitters. 3 perfect games, a lot of no-hitters. What was that one like?
It was obviously a great day, and that was a tough lineup. I mean, you just saw a couple swinging back. You saw Albert Bell in that lineup. I mean, that wasn't a gimme lineup to go. And I understand you gave it up in Cleveland, and it's just like to turn it around that quick is pretty quick. Is pretty cool. But that's what baseball is.
That's what baseball is. You get up. You have to have a short memory. You get up the next day and you do it again. And Kenny Lofton, Manny Ramirez had just been called up to that team. Jim Thome, they were stacked.
This is how stacked they were. Lofton, Baerga, Bell, a youngster named Manny Ramirez. Jim Thome went to the Hall of Fame. That's a great lineup, not a good lineup.
Yeah, some speed at the top of the lineup with Lofton, and you remember he tried to bunt in the 9th inning when he led off the 9th inning, and it went foul. And I'll never forget the Yankee fans raining down on.
That doesn't go over well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, Paul, but watching the documentary yesterday, Felix Fermin came the close to getting a hit for the second out in the ninth inning, and Bernie Williams ran it down. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember all the no-hitters in the perfect games, and there's always a play or two that kind of are a question mark off the bat if they're going to be a hit or not. And, once it's all said and done, you go through it, and I'm sure you have, Jimmy. Every pitch, every batter, what could have happened different, and it's just those special days.
Now I know you do motivational speaking. Do you miss playing the game?
I do. Yeah, I miss it. Yeah, I miss seeing friends and the clubhouse. I still have those dreams. That the game's starting and I'm getting dressed and getting ready to go out there, and I can't find my glove and everything.
But gosh,
the dream always starts happy.
It's reoccurring, Michael. I told you I could hear Bob Shepard saying my name, and I couldn't get my socks on. Come on, I got a hit. I'm not ready. Yeah, that's weird. You said that about that dream.
Yeah, I have it. But it always starts that I'm back in the clubhouse. I'm with my teammates. I'm happy. Like, oh my gosh, here I am again. And then the game time starts coming, so it's like this strange. But I do, it's so nice to be back here, and I have to tip my cap to the Yankee organization. They've been so sweet and embraced this project and this film, and I'm very, very thankful for that.
Well, I can't recommend it enough. I mean, I have no dog in the fight. I'm just telling you, I'm going to make my kids watch it because it shows you that in life anything is possible. Jim never let anything stand in his way of doing what he wanted to do. He didn't look at himself as disabled or anything like that. You just played baseball. And you played football, too. I told Paul that I didn't even know that you were a quarterback.
Yeah, you kept that a secret from me. What's up with that?
Well, I didn't even know anything about baseball or football, and then our head coach called me up and said, hey, we'll figure this out. You can throw a football. We'll figure out how to get the snap. We'll make the handoff. And yeah, I was surrounded by a lot of great people.
And you were an incredible fielder. Again, we know you were not born with a right hand, but it just seems so natural. Even in slow motion, I don't know how you did it, Jim.
It was like tying my shoes. It became second nature. It was instinctual. And listen, I was fighting for every single out there. So if that ball came back at me, I was going to get it and get somebody out.
Incredible story. Just an incredible story. Again, it's going to be 9 o'clock on ESPN on Sunday. 3-2 count on Julio Rodriguez. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed. And that'll do it. Jim, it's so great to see you. I think the documentary from E60 is perfect.
Michael, it's so good to see you. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate it. Paulie, it was great playing with you. One of my favorite teammates.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You should have said that when we were on the air.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it. Not a thing. And it was kind of everything.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Can I get that burger? It's not time yet. I'm just gonna grab that. Almost. Okay, we're good.
When the world is in trouble, a new hero will be revealed.
Playtime's over.
They're going to shut down police squad if you do not do this by the book.
Who's going to arrest me? Other cops?
Is he serious?
No.
Make sure your body cams are turned on.
Oh, yeah. Chili dog. I had 5 more that day.
Chili and the Frank.
What am I?
New era. Nothing beats real. Now there's an authentic cap for every fan.
And we had on Jim Abbott throwing out the first pitch before the game today here at the stadium. And that was the movement he made after the final out of the no-hitter. He threw it to J.C. Escar. And I'll tell you what, I think people heard, but he said that you were one of his favorite teammates, and you looked genuinely moved.
There's certain guys that just leave an impression on you. And, I didn't get to play with Jim that long, but it seems like it was that long because he left a big impression on a lot of people.
Well, you talk about that, and part of the documentary is that all the children that he impacted that were born with that same thing, where they were born without one of their hands, and it meant a lot to the parents to see that, look, you can have a normal life, you could succeed at whatever you want to do. And so they had some of these letters that the kids had written, and the producer tracked down these people now as adults. Wow. And they talked about he was like a guiding light for them, that, I could do anything.
That's awesome. Great story.
It's so good. It is so good. I can't recommend it enough. The 0-2. 1-2. One thing that jumped out in the film is they had the press conference where the Yankees introduced Abbott, who was traded from the Angels, Jimmy Key, who had signed as a free agent, Spike Owen, who had signed as a free agent, as Wells is out, and Paul O'Neill, who was traded from Cincinnati. and Jim didn't want to be traded from the Angels. I mean, he was a big deal. He went to the Yankees, but he was very comfortable, in Southern California. And the two of you looked like you'd seen a ghost. Like, what's happening here?
I remember that day. It was like 45 degrees. It was dark, gloomy, kind of like today, but it was 40 degrees. No people in the stands. I'm looking at Jim Abbott like, where have we gone?
The one who seemed most comfortable was Jimmy Key. He got in his bag. He signed a big free agent deal. One and one on Volpe.
You heard Jim Abbott mention Jimmy Key, and that's one guy that I look back that I don't think got enough credit on how many people he helped and influenced. And, he was a big part of the clubhouse. I used to really egg on Boggs all the time. But, you ask guys like Pettit, and then, there's some of the younger pitchers, even Jim Abbott, who just spoke of him. He could help. He knew how to get big outs. And that's all you need to do as a pitcher, is have the ability to get the big outs.
There were certain people that Gene Michael brought in that changed the culture. I know that's a big word in sports now, culture. And I'm not going to give short shrift to Spike Owen. Spike Owen was a big addition for the Yankees. He just changed that. Okay, it's not acceptable to lose here anymore. Right. Mike Gallego was like that as well. Fly ball right field. Manzone is there. 2 away.
Sometimes it's just about energy. And, just see him, Spike Owen running off the field, taking out a guy double play. It's just, that's Spike, the press conference. Yeah.
Spike looked like everybody's accountant, but boy, he could play.
That's right.
Here's Oswald Peraza. Now, I don't want you leaving me, Paul, but I do want you to know that as we were talking, there was a big bolt of lightning.
I saw that. I just tucked under, got in the booth a little bit farther. Just kind of wheeled my chair back a little bit. I'm sitting lower than you now. And it always hit the highest
point, yeah. So I always compare your broadcasting style, like you're a modern day Rizzuto. And when there used to be lightning, Rizzuto would just leave. Get up and leave.
Are you giving me the green light? Just
no,
get
I don't
out
want
of here?
that to happen. He'd see lightning. He'd say, "Go, you want some coffee?"
And it was it.
And then he'd leave, and then he'd come back the next day with a cup of coffee.
I was going to say, so he went to Jersey to get the coffee.
Went to Jersey. Peraza. High pop-up. And the Yankees go down in order against Gilbert. 9 up.
Uh-oh, here comes down. Danny with the iPad. It's not good, folks. I'm telling you right now.
Spike Owen played for both the Yankees and the Mariners.
We interrupt your scheduled programming with a new transmission from Nike Football.
It takes no damage.
Welcome to the home of terrifying skill.
Introducing the Nordic Nightmare!
Free psychic readings with Alexia.
We're selling brand new skills no one's ever seen before.
Don't just beat them. Give them nightmares.
Well, she's not the easiest person to please. Right, Mama?
She needs things to be just right.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, we do love her. That's my mug, isn't it?
But she needs a place of her own. And fast.
Thankfully, she's on Redfin. Redfin updates their listings every 2 minutes.
That means every 2 minutes, there's a chance we'll be back to having our porridge in peace.
Oh, wow. This one's just right.
Is she leaving?
Yes.
Oh, it's happening. It is happening.
When the storms roll in, you can count on a claim impact replacement windows exclusively from Renewal by Andersen. Take advantage of this limited time offer and special storm season savings. Renewal by Andersen.
Well, it's time right now for the Mohegan Sun Team Scouting Report.
Well, rolling with Raleigh. Well, if you haven't heard this, Michael, they got this guy, and he's leading the majors in home runs, and he's tied with Aaron Judge for the AL lead with RBIs. And Red Hot Randy Arozarena, you kind of touched on it, Michael. 6 home runs in his last 7 games. Munoz at the end. Hey, Andres Munoz, their all-star closer, has a 1.06 ERA. So a tough guy to get through to. So you got to try to get the lead early.
Oh, 0-1 on Raleigh. Grounded to first. Goldschmidt takes it himself. Raleigh retired. Major League Baseball taking over the Atlanta area with the game's biggest events. The action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN. That'll be July 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then you catch the 95th Major League Baseball All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that one will be on Fox.
Well, Warren off to a good start with first pitch strike. That's 11 out of 13.
Well, you look at the sky right now, it does not look promising. And that one is lined to right field. Judge coming on, making the play. And Paul mentioned as we were going to break, Danny Cunningham, the head of the grounds crew, had the iPad out showing it to the umpires to see what's coming. That's usually an indication that there is rain on the way. Maybe it goes around us, hopefully. Here's Jorge Polanco. Top of the 4th inning, 0-0. Mariners with 2 hits. The Yankees have retired in order all 3 innings. One and one. At this point, a great bounce back from Will Warren after his last start in Toronto. 4 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs. Backing up Goldschmidt, it's a foul ball. The one thing that Warren did in that game was he hung in there and could have easily just spit the bit after the first inning and said, it's just not my night. But he persevered and battled and ended up throwing about 100 pitches over 4 innings, and that saved the bullpen a bit.
And if you remember the highlights of the comeback and you keep seeing the Yankee dugout, Warren was on the top step cheering on. I mean, not just because, you know, he's off the hook for a win or a loss, but just because, you know what, probably felt bad. Good to see the team get back in it.
And on a personal level, it must feel good to give up 10 hits and 8 runs in 4 innings and get a no decision. Starting to rain here at the stadium, as you can see on your screen. Still 2-2. I got weather people on the Upper West Side saying there's light rain there on the Upper West Side.
Light rain?
Yeah, light rain.
We can deal with light rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hard stuff with the lightning. We start hitting the deck.
Yeah. We don't want to say the word torrential. Three and two, 2 outs. Strike 3. Polanco down looking. Warren looks great. Seattle goes down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 right here on Yes.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with. We know, because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
Did you know Redfin has rentals?
You mean Rentfin?
No, Redfin, the real estate app.
Yeah, I said Rentfin.
But you're saying Rentfin. It's Redfin.
I know I'm saying Rentfin. Listen, Rentfin.
Okay, so this sound you're making with your mouth, is it red like the color or rent like an apartment?
Red. Like red.
Okay, so say Redfin.
Rentfin.
Para los grandes, para los chicos, para los bajitos y los altos, los pacifistas, los valientes, para los optimistas y los pesimistas, los que valoran lo de adentro, para los que están lejos, los que no ven de lejos y los que no ven de cerca, para los introvertidos y los extrovertidos, para los que piensan y los que hacen, para los que nos mostraron el camino. Coca-Cola. Para todos.
Einstein, the official hospital in New York Yankees. Mark Leiter Jr. on the 15-day IL, left fibular head stress fracture. That's what he did in 41 games this year. We mentioned this earlier. Dominguez leads off. The thing that's startling is it happened in Cincinnati. So he's been in several games since then. He's been playing essentially with a broken leg.
And Michael, the craziest thing is he thought it was his calf. It was a calf injury at first. He didn't even realize it was relating to the bone. He thought it was getting better. And then last time when he went out there to pitch, he just didn't feel right. Something felt off. It kind of alerted the Yankees training staff. They decided to have him go get an MRI, and that imaging revealed that fracture. Still no time frame on when they might expect him back. He was scheduled to see the team doctor today, and I think we'll have a little bit more information in the postgame. But this is a bullpen that has taken some hits lately with Cruz on the IL, now Leiter Jr. Aaron Boone's going to have to try to piece it together in the back end.
And Clayton Beater called up to replace Leiter with Leiter on the IL. Here's Judge. We always talk about this, Meredith, how tough Leiter is, like tough as nails, and nothing scares him. I mean, when you consider what he was doing, pitching with that injury, it's pretty amazing.
And they did give him a couple of days off, thinking that that might make it better, not realizing at the time that it was actually a fracture. But that is no fun. I would imagine that you feel very unsteady out there when you have a fracture in your leg and you're trying to pitch through it. And he said it was the first time when he went to throw it that he felt limited. He felt like his mechanics were going to be affected by that, and that's really what led him to talk to the training staff and get that MRI.
And the injury happened covering first base on a ball hit by Ellie De La Cruz, so he's really busting it to beat the speedy De La Cruz to the bag.
You know, Michael, I can remember you go get those MRI done, or an X-ray, the imagings, and you ask the nurse, the tech or something, you know, how's it look? And they give you this look. I'm not allowed to read it, but it's just like, you just looked at me like my head just fell off. So right. I remember one lady said, well, you're not going to be playing for a while. I was like, oh, boy. Like, okay.
2-2 on Judge. Fly ball to center in the first. And Gilbert deals. And Judge down on strikes. 2 away.
Well, again, we talk about his split finger. Coming into the game, hitters were hitting 100 off of it. So when he can get ahead and you see how split those fingers are, well, he gets that knuckling effect like Cruz does. Another guy the Yankees are dying to get back out on the mound. But that is just a solid, nasty pitch.
Here's Bellinger. Cody has a 12-game hitting streak, and he's hit safely in 16 of 17 games, during which time he's hitting .356. Ground ball up the middle. It's a 13-game hitting streak. Yankees' first base runner of the game, a 2-out single by Bellinger.
Just a good, solid piece of hitting. I mean, you set the ball out and away, and if you roll over it, it's nothing but a ground ball. If you stay through it, watch this bad hit. It stays through the ball. It doesn't come around it, doesn't hook it. Solid base hit.
Here's Stanton, struck out in the second, and then he takes a strike. So Gilbert had a flexor strain in the right elbow, out for 2 months, came back on June 16th, so he has not pitched all that much this year. He had a really good season last year.
Got off to a great start this year in April before that injury, too.
Last year he had a 3.23 ERA, led the majors with 208 and 2/3 innings. And he was 6th in Cy Young voting. But here's what's weird, and that's why when people vote for the Cy Young, they don't really look at record anymore. He pitched as great as you could pitch, 33 starts. The Mariners were 15 and 18 in his starts, and he was 9 and 12. And that's why, Paul, a lot of people are talking about Paul Skeens possibly winning the National League Cy Young Award with a losing record, because the Pirates just don't win for him.
Well, didn't King Felix do that? Did he have
13 and 12?
Oh, he was 13 and 12. Yeah, that was really the first time where you noticed they were looking at other numbers other than the win-loss record.
And down goes Stanton. Gilbert looks really sharp. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Yankees do get on base. They get a base hit, but after 4, it's 0-0.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
The Citi Double Cash Card. Feel the joy of earning unlimited 2% cash back. 1% when you buy, 1% as you pay. The Citi Double Cash Card.
What am I? I am what I am, what I am, and I am. But I am what I am, what I am, yeah. Tops to me, bottoms to me, top. And that's the way it is till the day that I drop. What am I? Oh, what am I? I am what I am!
New era. Nothing beats real. Now there's an authentic cap for every fan.
When the storms roll in, you can count on a claim impact replacement windows exclusively from Renewal by Andersen. They've been through rigorous testing, like this, and this, and this, giving you peace of mind that you and your home are protected from Florida's unpredictable weather. Take advantage of these special storm season savings. Buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free, plus special financing. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Well, Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Line drive, diving try by Judge, but he picks it up on the short hop, so a base hit for Luke Raleigh to start out the 5th inning.
Well, I'd say Aaron Judge took that. That ball was a foot or so in front of him. He took an angle where it was right at him. Ball lined to right field. This ball could have easily kind of popped up, even hit him in the head. Worst thing you want to do as an outfielder, you can't get around to either side. And right there, thank goodness he gloved it and kept it in front of him.
I'm not sure what's going on. I think I heard Carapazza say, "My bad." So runner on first base. Here is Dominic Canzone. Canzone's 3rd big league season, called up last month, and he has hit so well that he has established himself as the right fielder against right-handers. Dan Wilson says he's taking advantage of getting an opportunity and making the most of it. Volpe to second one on the first. Not in time.
Well, good solid play to get that lead out. This ball, if you rush it and don't make a good throw, no chance for 2 right here. But to get that lead out, it still keeps everything intact here for Warren.
Now it's coming down a little bit harder now, and the wind is whipping up as well. Ben Williamson takes the strike. Goldschmidt holds Canzone at first. 0-2. It's amazing. We looked at the flags about 15 minutes ago, and it was limp against the flagpole, and now they're just start straight out. Especially the ones above the grandstand, really flapping in the breeze. Hopefully it blows the weather through. That's a base hit to right field for Williamson. Judge bobbles the wet ball, but recovers and fires into Volpe. So Ben Williamson with a single, first and second one out.
Well, right side, you always, as a hitter, try to use that right side with a man on first base. The second baseman is cheating towards the bag. First baseman's got to hold him on, so you've got a big hole over there. If you get something you can handle.
Here's Cole Young, the number 9 batter. He singled to right center in the 3rd inning. So first and second, 1 man out. And a strike.
Warren has pitched ahead tonight. Such a good thing. He did not lose his confidence from his last outing in Toronto.
Goldschmidt gets the out at second. No return throw. As Canzone moves to third, 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup and J.P. Crawford. Warren tosses the baseball away, wants a new one. And a strike to Crawford. Crawford singled off the hand of Warren in the first, and then a fly ball to center in the third. We're in the top of the fifth, 0-0. First game of this 3-game set, and the first game of a 6-game homestand for the Yanks.
Good to be home, isn't it, Michael?
It is.
We did the Citi Field games, and they treated us great. But you know what? To be in your own booth with a little elbow room.
There's a little more room in this booth, yes. You know, you weren't even in there. The first day I came in the booth, I put my stuff down and I knocked over the monitor, and it fell like 30 feet to the stands.
Because we were up there, huh?
And I was afraid that they would charge me for it, but it ended up working. And what's not working is the rain stopping. So they are going to put the tarp on the field as the rain intensifies here at the stadium. I think they went as far as they could go before saying, you know what, we better cover this field because you don't want the field to be affected when it finally does stop raining. So first and third with 2 outs and a 2-1 count.
Heavy stuff's not going to be here for a while, Michael. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Bill. Now, how long this lasts will dictate, does Warren come back out? Does Gilbert come back out? Now, it benefits Seattle if they go to the bullpen, Paul, because their bullpen has been money, and the Yankee bullpen right now is almost in a state of transition as some are struggling. Injuries to Cruz, now injuries to Leiter as well. So the Yankees want to keep rolling Warren out there as long as they can.
Yeah, he's having one of those nights, too, where he's pitched ahead. He's had a great fastball, good curveball when he needed it. So a huge bounce back so far for Warren, coming off probably the worst outing he's ever had at the Major League level.
Well, Seattle has managed 4 hits. The Yankees 1. They did not pick up a hit until 2 outs in the 4th inning when Bellinger picked up a single to center. That extended his hitting streak to 13 straight games, where he's 20 for 54 during that time. He's been scaldingly hot. That's how good he has been. And this is going to be an interesting series for the Yankees. We mentioned at the start, you've got Cal Raleigh with his 35 home runs and Judge with his 33. But this week is going to tell a lot about the Yankees because there's a trade deadline at the end of July. There's things that they have to patch up. And you're playing tough games, 6 tough games against 2 tough teams, while the red-hot Toronto Blue Jays are playing 3 against the White Sox and 3 against the A's. So you got to mind your P's and Q's that it doesn't get away from you.
Yeah, you don't want to dig yourself a big hole, but you also realize that Toronto's playing above what I mean, not going to win every day the rest of the year. They're going to go through a tough time too. They're not going through it now. They've won 9 in a row, and they're kind of set up to have another good week going into the All-Star break. But too many things really, if you think about it, happened good for the Yankees in the first half. There's some good stories that should, correlate into a good second half, but also the injuries and some of the holes that need to be filled obviously are going to be issues.
Well, the sax music, what that means, it means there's a rain delay. But you knew that anyway because the tarp is on.
Say that was a big one, and I think later in the year you're going to look back at that last game at Citi Field against the Mets and realize that was a huge win.
All right, Paul, let's take a look at Will Warren, the Optimum Don't Take Slow for an Answer replay. This is what Will's done so far in this game.
Yeah, he's done really good as far as pitching ahead. He's used his fastball a lot. All going away there. He's had a good curveball too. So, he's really bounced back. And again, you always wonder how a young kid is going to bounce back after a bad start. So far, so good. But get 2 outs here. Got to get through this inning.
2-1 count on Crawford. Canzone's at third. Cole Young is at first. Top of the 5th inning, 0-0. The rain has stopped, but still lightning bolts above the stadium over the left field grandstand. That was quick. And Warren works out of trouble. No runs.
Michael, why did we even come back on the air for that? We could have just gone to the bottom of the 5th.
Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Well, one pitch, and Will Warren got the out that he needed. So we're halfway through. Nothing.
You know, Michael, I don't know if they were throwing underneath, but neither pitcher went to the bullpen, anything. Warren went out through his, 8 to 10 pitches and got that quick out. And now Gilbert going back out it there the same way.
I'll tell you what, you mentioned this the other day. Pinch hitters are better because of the facilities that are available at newer ballparks. They have a full mound for each team right behind the dugout. Oh, 0-2. One and two on Chisholm. It's Chisholm, Goldschmidt, and Wells here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Seattle with 4 hits. The Yankees with 1, a 2-out single by Bellinger in the 4th. Center field. 1 out. Gilbert has pitched beautifully.
Yeah, he's a big, tall, a lot of arms and legs. And look, he just really rifles that ball back behind him and then right over the top. Just kind of jumps at you.
Look at his face. Look at all the...
Michael, I'm looking at the release point. You're looking at his face. No wonder you couldn't hit.
You've got to take a look at his face, though. I mean, he's putting everything into that. Now take a look. Don't look at his release point. No, you didn't say it. You've got to be slower.
That was a changeup.
Line drive. It's a base hit off the bat of Goldschmidt. Rosarena will get it in. Yankees' second hit. A 1-out single by Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, look at last week. It looks like Goldie's starting to swing the bat a lot better. Four-seam fastball has no problem catching up to it. Line drive to left field.
There's Austin Wells. And a strike. Wells grounded to second and third. Two and one. All right, Paul. So tell me why people get arm injuries.
Yeah, that's...
Look at that. Wow.
And you know what? That's a breaking ball, too. So, but it's still, you know, the arm speed and what your body has to go through to throw a baseball. In slow motion, you can really see it.
I mean, the amount of effort just manifested by his facial expression. It's amazing. Runner goes. Ball four. So first and second, one man out. Take a look at his arsenal on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
Well, you've seen it. He pitches off his fastball, and he gets to that split finger for his strikeout. But he does mix in the slider a lot. But you know, that's what you've seen today. And his good strikeout pitch tonight has been that split finger.
First time the Yankees have a runner in scoring position. First time the Yankees have had two runners on. Strikeout percentage is 36.8 with a minimum of 50 innings, and will warrant a sixth in the American League. Well, the rain delay was officially 35 minutes, and I don't know, Paul, it seems like Gilbert's not the same sharpness that he had before the delay.
Yeah, he was cruising, there's no doubt. And you know, he was strutting in off a mound. It just looked like he had the game completely under control. But now you've got a base hit by Goldschmidt and a walk. It's the first time that, you know, the Yankees have put a little pressure on him and made him pitch from the stretch.
One out to Volpe. 2-0.
These are the situations, Michael, we talked about. Anthony Volpe, I mean, he has a number of RBIs, 48 on the year, but he has had a lot of opportunities with a lot of men, just like he is right here.
There's one. That's all they'll get. Not hit hard enough for two. Goldschmidt moves to third. So 2 outs for Peraza. Peraza popped to second. That was in the third. Average of 153. He's going to see a lot of time at third base with the move of Chisholm to second, and with Boone declaring that they're not going to use DJ LeMahieu at third. Chopped right side. And the play is bobbled and botched by Young. That allows Goldschmidt to score. And it's 1-0 Yanks.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play, and in between hop, and it just did not. He did not come up with it. You know, Cole Young, that's going to go as a base hit. You know, full run, and just as the transfer could not come up with it. And a fortunate hit for Peraza.
Yeah, he's trying to hurry the throw, knowing that Peraza is quick, and just blew the play. So an RBI and an infield single for Peraza. 1-0 Yanks. Here's Dominguez.
Again, you put the ball in play. The play's in front of you, so you see the bobble. So you just continue to go through the bag. Mixed emotions right there from the pitcher, huh?
Not that mixed.
I think Peraza's a little happier, huh?
Someone's shooting off fireworks.
Yeah, we got some leftovers, I think, from last Friday, huh?
Popped up and out of play. Now, I don't mean this in a facetious way or a funny way, but there's lightning above, and the sky is turning white every now and then. Does that distract you as a hitter? Do you sense that happening?
Nah, I mean, not really. I mean, you're so locked into what you're doing. You believe that, you know, if the grounds crew's got you out there, that, you know, the things are going away and not coming in.
But it just doesn't distract you as you're looking for the baseball. All of a sudden, the sky turns light.
Again, Michael, you're looking for the wrong things.
All right, you're right. So you're fixated just on the release. Mariners did not allow a run to the Pirates over the weekend, so that run by the Yankees, they're not used to giving up runs.
You were talking about, you know, Skeens possibly winning the Cy Young, and if you look, he's 4-7, but he's got a National League best 1.94 ERA. So it just goes to show you how great pitchers sometimes just aren't on good teams.
Time called. 1-2 on Dominguez. First and second. Volpe's at second. Peraza is at first. So good speed on the bases for the Yanks. Dominguez is 0 for 2. Fly ball to center. Pop up to third. Swing and a miss. Got him on the splitter. But the Yankees get a run on 2 hits and 2 men left. Not lightning, but they'll take the run. his 2000th hit yesterday, 5th active Major League player to do it. Miguel Cairo named the interim manager of the Nationals after they fired their manager and their GM on Sunday. 1-1 on Julio Rodriguez. So the part of you that's in the home run derby.
Isn't that nice?
Guy named after you.
I'm gonna have to root for him just because. I'd say exit velocity wise. I mean, he's off the charts, so could see some long ones.
Grounded to third. Peraza sets, fires, just got him.
So, Michael, you announced the home run derby at Yankee Stadium, that All-Star
on
game,
the field,
right?
yes, in 2008.
That was a lot of C's, right?
A lot of Josh Hamilton C's.
Yeah.
How close that was, huh? Good call by Mark Rippiger. Here's Cal Raleigh. 0 for 2 tonight. Switch hitting catcher. Most home runs before the All-Star break. We mentioned Barry Bonds has the most. Then Reggie and McGuire and Chris Davis with 37. Now Cal Raleigh. And 2 others tied with 35. What I found interesting, he has 35 home runs, Paul. That's only 15 have, as a catcher, have had more as a catcher for a whole season. For a whole season, not just at the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's what's really amazing to me as a catcher. You see how beat up they get, how much they have to stay in the game defensively and blocking balls and calling the game, and it's a lot on your plate to be this successful offensively.
And he plays all the time. When he's not catching, they DH him. His 74 ribbies are tied with Aaron Judge for the American League lead. First Mariner catcher to start in the All-Star game. And he's going to be in the home run derby as well. His dad, Todd, will pitch to him. And his kid brother, Todd Jr., will be behind the plate. Pretty neat. And he walks. Now, his minor league teammates, I guess I agree with him. They gave him the nickname Big Dumper because he has a pretty large posterior. And he did not like it. His former teammate Jared Kelnick said he hated it. Hated it. I just said, just wait, it'll come around. Then they're making T-shirts about it, and he did come around.
We're getting a close-up.
I don't know if we need that, guys. Goodness.
We don't miss a thing here, Michael.
Yeah, they in Seattle they sell number 29 jerseys with the name Big Dumper on the back. So a trip to the mound, talk things over with Warren. Now you look at this guy; he's a big guy, right, Paul? He has 9 stolen bases.
Yeah, which was surprising when I was looking at the stats and making out the lineup. I'm like, wow, a catcher, that many home runs, that much offense, and 9 stolen bases.
So here's a Rosarena. Paul, I truly hope that our brilliant director, Dan Barr, is done with that shot.
You've had enough?
We've seen it. We know why the nickname is the nickname, and we're good. We're good.
You thought the record was skipping? It wasn't changing on you?
Grounded and grabbed there by Peraza. Goes the second one on to first. Not in time as a Rosarena beats it out.
And we talked about a Rosarena, so that's a huge out. 6 home runs in his last 7 games. Early in his career, he used to just kill the Yankees. All kinds of home runs now with the Rays, and then the Yankees kind of shut him down for a few years. But he came into this series extremely hot.
Here's Jorge Polanco. Polanco 0 for 2 tonight, fouled out to third. Really fine play by Peraza, and then he struck out looking.
You remember Polanco with the Twins, and he was a long-time second baseman. You know, times have changed. This is his 12th season, where he's mostly used as a DH now.
2-0. Beater called up today, and Tim Hill heating up. Beater came in to the Bronx to replace Mark Leiter Jr., who went on the IL.
I think Tim Hill, he's one of those guys that just get up and throw when he's not even called upon to play. He just likes to throw.
Tell you what, he's just been terrific for them.
Yep.
What he did in the first start against Seattle this year. He has 4 strikeouts tonight, 1 walk, and 5 2/3. 3-1. Ball 4. So now Seattle with runners on first and second and 2 men out. Luke Raley coming up and Aaron Boone coming out. Second trip to the mound, so he's going to call on Hill to face Raley, although Seattle has 5 right-handers that they can go to pinch hit. We'll see if Dan Wilson responds. Right now, Tim Hill's coming on to replace Warren, who did a good job over 5 2/3. All right, Northwell, proudly raising health for our military service members, veterans, and their families. By your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. Really nice performance by Will Warren following what happened his last time out in Toronto. And he's been good more times than he's been bad by a lot.
Yeah, there were 2 starts, the Toronto start and the Dodgers start, where he gave up a boatload of runs and have kind of messed up his ERA. But again, he's had some great outings for a pitcher that's just trying to become part of this rotation. Like we said in the scouting report, much more important now.
Donovan Solano pinch hits for Raley against Tim Hill. Yankees knew this was going to happen, so they would prefer Hill against Solano than a tiring Warren against Raley. Left-handers at 155 against Hill. Righties at 253. 1-1. Runner goes from second. Fly ball deep to center. Backing up Bellinger, he makes the play, and that'll do it. Hill comes on and does the job. Seattle leaves 2. It's 1-0 Yanks. Prevagen made for your brain. All right, 254 hitter, 1,273 hits, a lot of home runs, 310.
Got it.
Played with the Yankees, really, 87 and 88, and the Mariners 88 to 2001. I think I have it too. Solano pinch hit for Raley, takes over at first. I think George Costanza has it too. Well, Mr. Costanza does. 1-0 Yanks. Judge leads off. And there's a base hit for the Yankee captain. And Gilbert throws up his hands in disgust.
Now, rumor has it, I didn't see this live, but our Yankee Trivia answer hit one of the longest home runs over by the ambulances in the old stadium.
I remember that.
You were there, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge on first. Ball hit up the middle hard.
And a strike. Hit sharply, a base hit. Second hit of the night for Bellinger as Judge advances to second.
You string together a couple hits. Now the Yankees, I mean, they're in that mode right here, getting late in the game. If they can tack on some runs, spinning breaking ball that didn't have much action inside, no problem to get to it when it hangs out over there off the end of the bat. They got the job done. Cody Bellinger has really, all of a sudden, when you watch him day in and day out, had a very solid year so far. Huh?
Terrific. Here's Stanton, who struck out twice against Gilbert. High fly ball, deep right field, hand zone back, looking up, see ya. A 3-run home run for Stanton. He goes the other way, and the Yankees lead 4-0.
blow right there. It seems weird, Michael, to say that's Stanton's second home run of the year, but obviously hadn't been back long, but an absolute bomb to right center field. Couple base hits, and then the big fella threw up a 3-run homer.
Jazz takes up and away, 1-0.
You know, you wonder about that break, Michael, and I agree with your point earlier. He has not really been as sharp as he was before the rain delay.
And this is a guy missed 2 months with a right flexor strain problem. So waiting 35 minutes, even if he's throwing below, it's going to be different. 2-0 on Chisholm. And a trip to the mound.
I wanted to call this one for you, Michael, right off the bat.
You knew it right away.
Yeah, there's a sound that, yeah, most pitchers know, hitters love.
Almost made the bleachers, just short. But now 2 home runs and 10 ribbies as the pitching coach, Pete Woodworth, went to talk to Gilbert after this. 431st career home run. That ties Ripken for 50th all time.
You watch his path of the bat. It's fairly level. Not a true home run hitter. He just hits the ball so hard that sometimes they just carry 450 feet.
A little 5 o'clock shadow there.
Yeah. It's well manicured, though.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, remember when the Yankees lifted the rule, Brian Cashman did say, it's not like I want Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
3-1. And a walk to Chisholm. Pretty strong dude.
Yes, yeah, you can just see when he makes contact. I mean, if the ball is in his zone and he makes contact, things are going to happen. Again, another spinning breaking ball that just did not have much action.
Here's Goldschmidt, but first the throw over as Chisholm dives back. Chisholm has gone 23 straight games without attempting a steal. I don't know if you do it against Raleigh, who is the reigning American League Platinum Glove winner, means the best defender at any position in the league.
You know, I noticed when Judge and Stanton were having that conversation in the dugout, Aaron Judge still has that Band-Aid on his eye. So, Meredith, did he actually get cut? No stitches or anything, but he's still wearing a Band-Aid, huh?
It was all black and blue as well.
Throw to second. Got him. Great throw by Raleigh.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at a catcher to be good defensively, a silver platinum glove, and then put up the type of offensive numbers, I mean, what a guy that you can build an organization around. Great throw. Right there. Right before Jazz gets to the base.
His first attempt now in 22 games.
And Paul, to answer your question, sorry, I had some technical difficulties back here. He actually was bleeding from the side of that eye, so he still has that little Band-Aid there. And his eye was actually all black and blue. You can still kind of see it a little bit there. It's getting a little bit better. Did not really want to talk about that in the postgame.
Yeah.
And Michael, he was at your alma mater today, Fordham University, having his camp for kids.
So he's an honorary Ram.
Well, I don't know about that.
Aaron Judge is anything he wants to be if he's in New York, right?
I'm sure Fordham would love to claim him.
That one is driven out to right center field. On the run and making a try is Rodriguez. He can't get there. And Goldschmidt has his second hit of the night. This one a double. He's starting to swing the bat better.
Much better, and it's been about a week now. You saw him, start having some better swings, and you saw a couple 2-hit games, and then you see another one tonight. He covered a ball earlier in the game, an inside fastball. This is a ball off speed away, so it just tells me that he's staying out over the plate. He's able to cover both sides of the plate.
All right, so Dan Wilson has seen enough. He's going to go to his bullpen. That'll do it for Gilbert. Yankees up 4-0. State of mind at Yankee Stadium on Friday, June 11th or July 11th. Check that when the Yankees take on the Cubs. It's Billy Joel bobblehead night. First 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a special Billy Joel Yankees bobblehead. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today, Yankees.com. So Casey Legumina takes over. Has not allowed a run in 8 of his last 9 games. Austin Wells hits one deep to right. There it goes. See ya. Halfway up in the bleachers. A long home run for Wells. 3 in the last 3 games. Then the Yankees lead 6-0.
Well, you weren't exaggerating there, Michael. That is a long home run. Austin Wells, 3 consecutive games that he's put one into the seats. Number 14 right there. You know, Michael, we were talking earlier about how big a win that last win against the Mets were. You know, don't the Yankees look so much more relaxed now?
That certainly released the pressure valve as Volpe swings and misses. 14th home run for Wells. He has 50 runs batted in. Fly ball to right. Canzone retires Volpe for the second out.
Well, again, it sounds like a replay, but it's another spinning breaking ball, and it just sits right there. And those are the balls that just continually get hit by the Yankee lineup.
Here's Peraza. Or if they could get Wells going, that certainly makes the bottom of the lineup more of a threat.
Yeah, he certainly does have a great swing. And you remember what he did second part of the year last year. I mean, he was one of the better hitters in the Yankee lineup.
You always look at the fans, right?
Yeah.
You see Boone's face?
Oh, yeah. Lights up, huh? I mean, that's it doesn't get any better than that. That's just absolutely picture perfect.
Peraza down on strikes. So the Yankees put a 5 spot on the board, and the long ball is a big part of it. Giancarlo Stanton, a 3-run shot the other way. And then a couple of batters later, Austin Wells, a 2-run shot into the bleachers. 6-0 Yanks. To Prime tomorrow to take on the Mariners. Don't miss a minute of Yankees coverage beginning at 6:30 only on Prime. And you get a chance to see Cam Schlittler make his major league debut. Got called up from AAA after the injury to Clark Schmidt, and he will get the start tomorrow. Ford scoreboard as we go to the 7th, 6-0 Yankees. A couple of home runs in the 6th inning, put the 5 spot on the board, and Tim Hill, who got the final out of the 6th, stays in there for the 7th. Dylan Moore is going to pinch hit for Canzone. And we told you Seattle has 3 right-handed batters on the bench and 1 lefty. This guy the other way down the line and just misses the foul ball. Take a look at the Home Depot getting it done pitching matchup. So those are the numbers on Schlittler in the minors. 99 strikeouts in 76 and 2/3 innings. Big, tall kid, throws hard. And Meredith spoke with him today. Is he nervous, Meredith?
He didn't seem nervous yet, but he was taking it all in at Yankee Stadium. He said he went to play catch out in center field. It's the first time he's been here in the Bronx and here to Yankee Stadium. And he said he couldn't believe how big this place felt being here. So it doesn't look that big on TV. He also mentioned that he's going to have family and friends in attendance, about 10 people coming to watch him pitch. And Michael, the weirdest thing was he was having his phone blow up. It was being talked about on the internet.
Nice play by Chisholm.
That he could be the guy that gets the start in place of Clark Schmidt, but he didn't hear anything officially. So he was just sitting around for about 2 days wondering whether or not he was going to get the opportunity. He finally did get the call, and then he called his parents immediately to let them know that he was heading to the big leagues. So he is excited for tomorrow. Goes without saying. I asked him, are you going to sleep at all tonight? And he said, I'll be fine.
Sometimes you pitch better when you're tired. That's Boomer Wells. He threw a no-hitter. You know, Jazz looks so natural at second base. I just can't see him not having a great second half. Now that he's over in the position where he's comfortable. Believe me, when you're playing a position, and he played it well last year at third base, but when you're playing it, it's always on your mind. It kind of takes over sometimes what you can concentrate on because you're always trying to make up ground, learning the position to feel comfortable.
Ground ball left side. Peraza spins, fires, and of course the backhand scoop by Goldschmidt.
Well, you've seen what the Yankees are hoping is going to be a very solid infield. With the last 2 plays, you saw Chisholm take a hit away, and now a good solid play from Peraza. You know, if you're a team that, you know, is going to rely on good pitching and defense, you know, you have to shore up some of the spots and the plays this inning. I think that's what the Yankees are looking for.
Cole Young takes the strike. Tim Hill digs the play. It's amazing what Merritt said about Schlittler finding out.
Yeah.
Because it's all over social media.
Right.
And then I read a story today. The GM of the Indiana Pacers did not realize that Miles Turner was signing with Milwaukee till he saw it on the internet.
Wow.
So the internet is, it's just so much faster than the GM calling you or the player calling you.
You know, I take myself back to, what, 1990.
That one is Luke Volpe.
Traded. And you know what, Michael? I heard it on the answering service. I don't even think we have those anymore.
No, you don't need that anymore. 1-2-3 inning for Tim Hill at the end of 6.5. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Yankees leading this one by a score of 6-0. But we're going to stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps? And please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Staff Sergeant Lacey Wilkins from Fayetteville, North Carolina, who served in Vietnam and received the Bronze Star. The Yankees say thank you, Lacey, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. And now, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Hear you on the postgame. 6-8-0 for the Yanks, 0-4-0 for Seattle. Gilbert, 1-5 1/3. Will Warren, 1 out more. Stanton and Wells have homered. Not much from the Mariners offense. Jason Dominguez leads off against Legumina and takes a strike. Dylan Moore takes over in right field.
Mike White has had an old flashback from being a young kid in between innings. Did you hear the song? It was the theme song from Hawaii Five-0. Huh?
Did you watch that?
Oh, did I book them, Dan? Oh, sure, yeah. I did. But we checked the score, Michael. It's 6-0. It's not 5-0.
Very good, Paul. Bottom of the 7th inning, Yankees up, as Paul said, 6-0. Dominguez fouls it off. He's 0 for 3 tonight. One, 2. Swing and a miss. Got it right by Dominguez, who's 0 for 4. Let's take a look at the Allstate Good Hands replay.
Yeah, you're talking about trying to shore up the defense. And Peraza, that's one thing that he has done all year, is played good defense, and another good, solid play here. I mean, you only got 27 outs, and if you can only give that other team 27 outs, chances are you're going to be in the game.
Breaking ball is high to Judge. Judge 1 for 3, hitting .359. Now, you've told me, Paul, that 25 years ago today was one of your favorite days as a big leaguer.
Oh, boy, what happened 25 years ago?
25 years ago.
Give me a hint.
Subway Series.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
The home and home doubleheader.
Yeah, I do remember that, and that's what started it all. Because the second one is when Clemens ended up hitting Piazza in the head.
You're right. First game was against the Mets at Shea. You won 4-2, and then you took the buses back in uniform, and you won the second game at Yankee Stadium 4-2. High fly ball, right field, Moore back. He's on the track. He's at the wall. See ya! A home run for Judge. Number 34. And the Yankees lead 7-0. Moves to within 1 of Raleigh.
He peeked back there and said, I'm only 1 behind you now. As he crossed home plate, boy, there's some smiles in that dugout. What a big exhale after winning that last game against the Mets. Now tonight, after a good start by Warren, bats have really taken off.
Raleigh 35, Judge 34. Here's Bellinger. One and one.
Well, what do you know, Michael? Another spinning breaking ball. And the Yankees are not missing the hanging breaking balls today. Well, they're like, only got 1 ahead of him now. He's coming. Just see the ball, put yourself in the proper position, and then be blessed to be 6'7", 280 pounds with that power, huh?
And another base hit for Bellinger, 3 for 4.
Well, you think you can get Aaron Judge out with, breaking balls away off the plate. A lot of times he doesn't offer, but, when you're trying to make that perfect pitch, you make mistakes. And I get to see the side view with the fans standing O right there.
Here's Stanton. Big 3-run home run for him his last time up after 2 strikeouts. One and one. That's up to date.
I can see how lit.
Judge came into the game on pace for 59 home runs. We mentioned Raleigh came in on pace for 63, which would be the new American League record. Still 1-2. Take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum on the Stanton home run. 106.1 off the bat. Traveled 401 feet. Bullet up the middle, a base hit. Bobble allowing Bellinger to go to third. Heads up base running by Bellinger. Probably single in an E8.
Well, again, there's another missile off the bat of Stanton, and Bellinger's got the play in front of him. So as soon as he sees a bobble, he just continues to run, cruise into third base. And you don't see Rodriguez out there make too many mistakes. A really good defensive center fielder. Not able to glove this cleanly. Just gives Bellinger an opportunity to read it and just jog into third.
We should update, Paul, that Judge's pace now after that home run is 61.
We're up to date here, Michael. Just right up to date.
Right there. Right there. So Woodworth, the pitching coach, has a talk with Legumina. And here is Chisholm. First and third, 1 out. Yankees lead 7-0. And it is an E8 on J-Rod, allowing Bellinger to advance to third. Support America's military and first responder heroes. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at T2T.org. Drilled deep to right field. Going back is Moore. And it's off the wall. Bellinger scores. Stanton moves to third. It's an RBI double for Chisholm. And the Yankees pouring it on. It's 8-0.
Boy, you're seeing some really relaxed, good swings from the Yankees tonight. The only reason this didn't go out is he got a little topspin on it. Just didn't get it up high enough. Off the bat, just ripped. And he got just enough on top of it to kind of put topspin on it, so it dove at the wall. But boy, what a difference some of these at-bats you're seeing from the Yankees tonight.
That close. Well, Dan Wilson takes the ball from Legumina. We'll go to the bullpen again. Yankees have runners on second and third and an 8-0 lead. part by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Juan Burgos made his Major League debut last Monday. 2 innings pitched so far in 1 game. They played the infield back with 1 out. Here's Goldschmidt with 2 hits tonight, single and a double, and 2 runs scored. 1-0. Stanton's at third, Chisholm at second. Rosarena pretty shallow in left field. Goldschmidt certainly has the power to hit one over his head. Grounded up the middle and off the glove of a diving Young. Stanton scores. Chisholm scores. It's the 3rd hit for Goldschmidt, a 2-run single. And the Yankees are up 10-0.
Michael, going into the rain delay, you got to remember it was 0-0. All of a sudden they've come out. I don't know if they had a pep talk or whatever, but they've scored 10 runs. Some long balls, some hits, just great at bats. Ball gets up the middle. And that's one thing. If you're Paul Goldschmidt and you know you get the ball through the infield with Jazz Chisholm on second base, you're getting another RBI. He has great speed, great base runner.
Wells grounds into a force 4-6 for the second out. And that'll bring up Anthony Volpe. Yankees have pounded out 13 hits. Fly ball deep center field. Rodriguez back. He has room. Puts it away in front of the warning track for the final out. Well, the Yankees get 4 runs in the 7th. And one of them on this swing. Aaron Judge goes the other way for his 34th home run of the year. Yeah, that's pretty good. You're right. Brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Yesterday was an off day. They had a chance to reset. And you see where they stand. So everybody's available. And the first guy they will go to after using Tim Hill for an inning and a third will be Jeff Hartley. He comes on. Hyundai scoreboard 10-0 Yanks. And the pitch up and away to J.T. Crawford. Re-signed with the Yankees on Sunday after being designated for assignment. The Yankees trying to mix and match, find the right combination to fix that bullpen, which has been problematic of late. And then before the game, we found out they lost another arm out there in Mark Leiter Jr. So that goes along with Fernando Cruz and Jake Cousins, who's out for the season. And then there are guys struggling. Hit the dirt. So Crawford stays alive. Crawford's 1 for 3.
I think Hartlieb's looking in there like, what happened? He thought he had a strikeout. Didn't know that he made contact.
Crawford's single in the first inning extended his hitting streak to 9 straight, during which time he's 12 for 36. You do the math, that's 333. Hitting 285 on the season. Hartlieb deals.
Michael, you break down the American League, and I was just looking at it, and all of a sudden it occurred to me, all right, there's 7 teams, only 7 teams above 500 in all the American League. And everybody said, you know, the American League East isn't what it used to be.
There's a base hit up the middle.
4 of those 7 teams are in the American League East. It's really amazing.
And that's going to come into play with the wild card. Those are the standings right now. Blue Jays come into action with a 3.5 game lead over the Yanks, 4.5 over the Rays, 6 over the Red Sox. And the Orioles, who are playing the Mets tonight, they're 40 and 49. And the Blue Jays are up 6-1 top of the 7th inning in Chicago, and that game's in a rain delay. Missed with that one.
This would be Toronto's 10th win in a row, right?
Yep. They won yesterday while the Yankees were off. They won the first game of the series against the White Sox. Then tonight and tomorrow will be the final game. Then a travel day to West Sacramento to play the A's. And I'll tell you, Paul, it's not an incredible stretch to think that they could finish the first half of the season with a 14-game winning streak.
Oh, no. The schedule is in their favor right now. You brought it up. I mean, they got the White Sox, and then you got the A's. So those teams are beatable. There's no doubt about it.
And then the second half of the season, they start off with 3 against the Giants. And then the Yankees go back to Toronto and play 3 more. So that's going to be an important first week. Two-1. Hammered into left center field. That's going to be in there and up against the wall. Bellinger plays the big carom. Crawford rounds third. He's handed home and he will score. It's an RBI double for Rodriguez, and Seattle's on the board. It's 10-1.
Ball upstairs. A little two-seamer kind of runs over to the middle of the plate. No chance for Bellinger or Dominguez in the outfield. You know, these hits do turn into at-bats tomorrow, where you get your confidence. If you're a team that, you know, down 10-1 right now, you want to finish your last at-bat and look forward to tomorrow.
There's Cal Raleigh, 0 for 2 with a walk, and there's a strike. One and one on Raleigh. Grounded to first in the first, grounded to first in the fourth, and then walked in the sixth. Drilled deep to right field. There it goes, number 36. This one into the second deck. So Raleigh gets it back after Judge took it. And now 36 home runs for Raleigh. A 2-run shot. And it's 10-3.
All right, it's become home run derby. And you've got 2 of the leaders in the ballpark with Raleigh and Judge. What a phenomenal first half for a catcher, right?
Rosarena. Now, it's up to Hartley. I mean, you turn a 10-0 game. You don't want to have to go to the bullpen again. He's got to get these 6 outs, but somebody has to get up now. Because you can't take anything for granted in today's game. So Ian Hamilton gets up. Two and one. Two and two. Swing and a miss. Rosarena down on strikes. One down.
Well, there's your league leader right there. And again, kind of a hanging breaking ball. We've said it over and over again. This bad breaking balls must be in the air tonight, Michael. And I tell you one thing, they're all ending up in the seats. You know, an advantage of being a switch hitter, but from the left side. Much better from the right side this year, but he, like I said, he just didn't burst on the scene this year. I mean, it's been a progression. He just has gotten better every single year.
1-0 on Polanco.
And a leg kick, and it just kind of throws his hands out in front where he gets the barrel out. We talked about his size for a catcher, and that adds to his power.
3-0 as Hartley struggling. Single, double, home run. And the Mariners have 3 here in the 8th. It's 10-3 Yanks. And he walked him. Well, Thursday night witnessed the future in present tense as NBA Summer League action tips off on Yes. Watch the Brooklyn Nets' new draft picks take on the Oklahoma City Thunder in Las Vegas. Coverage begins Thursday at 11 after Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. All 5 first-rounders for the Nets will be in that Summer League team. Well, Boone's seen enough. He's going to go to Hamilton. The night is done for Hartley. Those are the clues. Paul and I both think we have the answer.
I would have to say Jay Buhner, right?
How do you trade Jay Buhner? We go to the ball. Man, they call Bone. He could play, but the Yankees felt they need a left-handed hitter. They traded him for Ken Phelps. An infamous deal in Yankee history. He had power, great arm in the outfield. And there's Ken Phelps. 96 All-Star, 40-plus home run in 3 seasons. One of the top Mariners of all time. And he and Ken Griffey Jr. became so close that Griffey said in a speech in Seattle that if he had to leave his kids in the care of anybody, it would be Jay Buhner.
Wow.
They're very close.
Did you notice how we kept the music going during your story?
Yeah.
It added to it.
Well, I asked for that.
Is that right?
Yeah, I like it a little bit.
It's nice. They just cut my mic off sometimes in the middle of my stories. Huh?
Kind of wise. The 2-0. 2-1 with Ian Hamilton on. Two on Solano. Solano pinch hit for Raley in the 6th. Had a fly ball to center to end that inning. And the pitch. Ground ball, second base. There's one. On to first. It's a double play. So just like that, Hamilton shows you how it's done, getting the final 2 outs. Little home run derby here in the Bronx. Judge hits number 34. Cal Raleigh said, wait a minute, I like that 2-home run lead. And he hits one himself for number 36. Brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. 2 more games against the Mariners. Tomorrow's on Prime, and then the first half finishes with 3 against the Cubs. Burgo's still in there. He deals with Peraza. It'll be Peraza, Dominguez, and Judge. Peraza with an RBI single in the 5th. 1-1. So 1 for 3 for Peraza. Now, he hasn't hit much this year, but then you look down, there's 14 runs batted in. So he's done some damage on 3 home runs. But he's at 158. It's just hard to figure out because when he was battling a couple of years ago with Anthony Volpe, who's going to get the shortstop job, he looked like a pretty good hitter. And we know he can field, but he has really struggled at the plate. And for the time being, he's your third baseman because they don't want to play LeMahieu there.
Yeah, you see him with 2 strikes, kind of cut back on that leg kick. But the first couple pitches, I mean, if you're going to use a leg kick, you have to use it to load on your backside and stay there. A lot of times he loads and then he comes forward and then everything's moving towards the ball where it makes things happen too quick.
So he goes down on strikes, second time tonight.
See how he comes forward now. Now his head has moved. His head's moved towards the pitcher. So even if he makes contact, there's really not a lot left.
Here's Dominguez. Nice play there by Young. Takes a base hit away from Dominguez. Time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, let's take a look at Aaron Judge because he hit another home run. So might as well show it, right, for an Audi Electric Moment.
That was his 349th career home run. So next one's a milestone blast. Can he get 35 to pull within 1 of Raleigh again? Strike on the curve. 2 more hits for Judge today in 4 at-bats. And another strike.
You know, I didn't hear, but I assume Mendoza had to answer the question why he pitched to Judge in the Mets series, and you know the first pitch was a home run. Did he answer the question? Did you hear it?
I did not. I don't recall exactly what he said, but he said, you know, it's always a tough decision whether or not to pitch the Judge, from what I recall. The 0-2, strike 3, Judge down looking. So Burgos retires the Yankees in order, and we'll go to the 9th. Yankees are up by 7, 10-3. Brought by Tunnel to Towers. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play.
Life moves, and so should your connection. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum.
Scott Efros will come on to try to get the final 3 outs. He'll face the bottom third of the order, starting with Dylan Moore. And a strike. Foul ball. 0-2. And the pitch. Right down the line, foul. Holds up. And Mark Ripperger said that he checked. It'll be Moore, Williamson, and Young here in the ninth. It's 10-3 Yanks. First game of this 3-game set. First game of the 6-game homestand. That will end the first half of the season. Popped up. Judge on the run. Goldschmidt's there as well, but about 2 rows back. Well, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Bob Lawrence and Jack Curry will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse. We'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Right field, Judge is there. 1 down. Will Warren started and pitched well, 5 2/3 innings. Then Tim Hill, a strong inning in the third. They tried to piece together the last couple of innings. Jeff Hartlieb, Ian Hamilton, and now Scott Efros. Williamson 1 for 3. Nice bounce back for Warren, looking to pick up his 6th win of the year. And as you mentioned, Paul, he comes into the game with a 5.02, and that's not a good ERA. But it's kind of skewed by 2 bad outings, one against Toronto, one against the Dodgers. Otherwise, he's pitched solid baseball.
If you expect that, you expect certain things from your number 1 starter, from your number 2. But you get a young kid and he comes in, the season being your 5th starter. You expect, just above average. Stats, and he's been much above average if you take those 2 starts away.
And you also have to remember that he's probably a year and a half ahead of schedule. He's in this rotation out of necessity because of all the injuries. He'd probably be pitching in AAA this year. So he's learning on Broadway, so to speak. 1-2. Just missed. Home run ball, a big part of this game. Austin Wells, Giancarlo Stanton, and Judge. Swing and a miss. Well, we broke it down. So in the 2 starts against the Dodgers and Toronto, 25.31 ERA, 3.40 in the other 17. Well, that's the 6th Yankee strikeout, brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, this is another thing. If you get Efros, and with his delivery and his slider, if he can just dominate righties, he's going to have some issues with some lefties because of his release point. But if you can get him in the right spot at the right time of the game, matching up against tough right-handed hitters, he can also help this bullpen a lot.
1-1 on Cole Young. He has 1 hit and 3 at-bats. Cole Young just lives up to his last name. He's just 21 years old. So now the Yankees are a strike away. What's left of the crowd of 38,641. Looking for the final out here at the stadium. Remember, tomorrow will be on Prime, and Cam Schlittler is going to make his Major League debut starting for the Yanks. Two. Young battling. He's making Efros work. Home run for Judge, couple of hits for him. Home run for Raleigh. A lot going on in this game. Count is full at 3-2. The right-hander sets and deals. And he walks Young. Well, Thursday, don't miss the Yankees on Yes as Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh continue their seemingly historic home run chase in the series finale. Coverage begins at 6 with Audi batting practice in the pregame, with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 7 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. There's J.P. Crawford with 2 more hits and 4 at-bats. Now, why do you think, from looking at him, that Efros would have some trouble with lefties?
Well, he's just lefties get a much better look at his release point. I mean, he's a little sidearm. His best pitch is that slider going away from righties, which, you know, goes right into the lefties. So right there, that's a dangerous pitch to a lefty. You know, he just looks like an old specialist, but he's going to have to figure out a way to get through some of the left-handed bats where he can bury the right-handers.
So Cole Young takes second on defensive indifference, 1-1 on Crawford. Yeah, the most valuable sidewinders are the ones that could get the opposite side, especially with the new rule. Tim Hilton does okay against righties.
Yeah, he does. And you know what? Because he's a ground ball pitcher, he's not afraid to. He actually wants the ball put in play. He's not looking to strike people out. Hit a ground ball. Let's make the play and get off the field.
Chop to Peraza. Fields fires. Ball game. And the Yankees win 10-3. And Will Warren picks up his 6th victory and a nice bounce back performance by Warren. Efros gets the final 3 outs. A home run for Stanton. Jazz Chisholm moves to second base. And Aaron Judge with home run number 34. A lot of things happen. Most importantly, the Yankees have won 2 in a row.
Yeah, they have. And this was a game they needed to just relax and win. And you remember that, you know, going into the bottom of the 5th, this is a 0-0 game. They threw up 10 runs starting from the bottom of the 5th. But again, smiles everywhere. You got a rookie pitching tomorrow. A lot of excitement. And again, you've got 5 games till you can take a break. The All-Star break. Good way to start this homestand.